Welcome to the training video on how to test and debug with Charles Proxy. My name is Richard Jones and I'm a mobile implementation consultant at Ensighten. There are two main ways of testing mobile events and tags. The first is using the application Charles, which we'll go through in this video. Charles is a proxy tool that allows you to view HTTP and HTTPS traffic between your device and the internet. This is useful to us as we can see if the Ensighten calls are firing correctly, along with any tags that we have implemented. If you do not have Charles, you can download from www.charlesproxy.com. To set up Charles with your mobile device, start by opening Charles and going to Help, SSL Proxying, Install Charles Root Certificate on a mobile device or remote browser. This will show you the proxy IP address you need to use, the port number, and finally a web URL you can download the Charles certificate from. Firstly, we need to set up the proxy on your device. You can do this by going into the advanced settings of the Wi-Fi network you are connected to and changing the proxy setting to manual. In the proxy hostname, you need to enter the IP from the Charles box, in my case 10.9.48.243, and then the port number, which is 8888 by default, unless you manually change this. Save these settings and then copy the URL specified in the Charles pop-up and enter it into your device browser. This should automatically start the download for your Charles certificate. Install this and you should be ready to start testing your implementation. Now that's sorted, let's start testing our Ensighten integration. With the proxy setup, let's open up our app. As a side note, I've set up Charles to rewrite the production call of nexus.ensighten.com to the test environment, nexustest.ensighten.com. So the first thing we can see is a call to nexustest.ensighten.com. This contains all the files that you'll need for your Ensighten integration. If you do not see this at all, then please check that you have installed the framework correctly. Now with that showing, if we open it up, you should see two directories, Mobile 2 and your account name, which is ENS Training 350 in this example. The Mobile 2 directory contains all the configuration files from the mobile UI, which is what we will be concentrating on here. You will have a number of further directories pertaining to the coding language, account name, app ID and version. Within this, you should see a number of files. Tagcontainer.html. This file will bring down the bootstrap files for your integration. cg.php. This contains the configuration setup for your mobile events. You can see here that we have the page view lifecycle event that we set up in the mobile UI. Mobilebootstrap.js. This contains the JavaScript code to run. All of these files should be present. If not, please revisit the installation videos. You may also see device.js. This is to do with the connection to the mobile UI. However, we will go into that in further detail in the next video. Now that we know the Ensighten integration is correctly firing all calls, we can check if the Google Analytics that we set up is working. You can see a call to googleanalytics.com here, and if we look inside, we can see analytics.js indicating that the base code has fired. If I navigate through the app, you can also see that page calls are being successfully fired. We can also look at the request of the analytics call, select query string, and see the custom dimensions that we set up. Thank you for watching this video. Please join me in the next video where we'll go further into testing within the mobile UI. If you have any questions, then please contact our support team via support@ensighten.com.